Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 12 of the I Don't Know SquadCast. We are here to talk about chapter 104 today. This is our second take recording, so, because we had some audio issues, but luckily it was very much into the beginning of the first recording. So, hi guys, I'm here with Grace.
Hello.
Blue Star.
Hello.
And we have a third person here. Unfortunately, Serena could not be here tonight. But we do have a new person here. So introduce yourself, new person. And also just basically just say the things you said in the last recording.
Right. Hello, my name is Sam Radai. You can call me Sam for short. I'm a dear friend of Grace's who has invited me along this great journey that is called Blue Exorcist. I have to say that my favorite ship would be Juzo-shima and Mamushi Hojo. Very much canon, but the dynamic that changed from when they first were introduced as characters to them getting together, I think was really touching, and a just complete 180 that is quite interesting that when portrayed it. The favorite arc would be the Kyoto arc, just because there's so much character development between all the characters, and not just focusing on one individual, that it really brings and rounds out the series as a whole, that really draws you in and wants you to read more and watch more and be like, oh my gosh, what's going to happen next? And then my favorite character would have to be Mephisto, just because nobody knows what he's going to do next. He always has some sort of plan, or just is shady in some way, shape, or form, but things turn out okay, but nobody knows for sure.
Yeah, exactly.
Definitely.
All right, so we're going to talk about chapter 104. So basically, the biggest thing that happens in this chapter is we find out that Satan has been possessing Goro, one of the host bodies for Azazel, for a pretty long time now, and he's just not fully aware of what's going on or his surroundings, and he can't really communicate verbally yet. And also just like at the end of the chapter, basically we find out that Yuri recognizes him as Rinka, and because he somehow knows who she is. So interesting. So what are you guys' thoughts on chapter 104?
Oh God.
Where to begin?
I'm still not completely convinced Shiro's not the dad.
Really?
I'm not. I will get into that.
Neither am I.
Thank you.
So, okay. Explain. Because I want to know why
There is still 3 years till the twins are conceived.
Yes.
And he was only possessing Goro in little intervals, like in between, trying to figure out how to make him stronger. And Mephisto words it as his first body. So, but I still think there's a possibility.
But this was... Okay, but you gotta remember that the Blue Knight was when Satan was possessing literally all the exorcists and trying to kill them. So...
Yeah, exactly. But this is still before the twins are conceived specifically. It's literally, this is like 3 years, like where it ends, the chapter is still 3 years prior to when the twins are even
conceived.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So there's still plenty of time for there to be a plot twist of that.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like there's a slight possibility that Shiro still might be their father, but like, just, I don't know.
It can go either way. It's kind of a 50-50 thing at this point.
Kato's setting it up to where it's basically she's definitely making it seem like Goro as the dad, but knowing Kato, knowing Kato, that could, you might be right about that, and that could actually change. So
if it was if this was like it's gonna be in the next like few months in the story where she's gonna have she's gonna get pregnant and she's gonna have the kids and everything, I would definitely be 100% off board with the whole Shiro thing. It's just the fact that she's still setting up, oh, this is 3 years before it's like even into existence at all whatsoever.
yeah.
It's just like, and the fact that Yuri still seems in love with Shiro.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like she's still in love with Shiro.
Yeah.
And we already know he hates Shiro. Like right off the bat, we know that Goro, Goro, Satan, blah blah blah, hates Shiro. And I have a feel it's like, and we know that the big reason he started trying to possess a body and everything was because Shiro rejected Yuri.
Yep.
And he seems to have some type of, I don't want to say he's in love with her, I'd say an obsession. He's very possessive and stuff of her.
Mm-hmm.
So, and Yuri seems she has a habit of, what's the word I'm looking for? It's like feeling bad for creatures or people that are broken. So she's going to help Satan. She's going to help Satan. The thing is, in the end, she might not actually like him back, and that's where things are going to go wrong.
That's a good point.
Can also forget going back a couple chapters when Shiro made his deal with Mephisto, and Mephisto said that if he ever got possessed, then he'd have to do one thing that Mephisto requests without question. And seeing Shiro as he's kind of progressed over these past couple chapters, he doesn't seem like the type who would want children at any point in his life, let alone raise them. And so at the point that they leave off at 104, and where they started at the beginning of the series with him raising 2 boys,
Mm-hmm.
you kind of have to question what would make him want to join and raise the kids. So it could be the one thing that Mephisto requested of him, because he got possessed by Satan during the conception of the 2 boys.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Blue Star, we haven't heard from you yet. What do you think of the new chapter so far?
I love it. I feel like a lot of information's cram-packed into this one. Both of your things, it can go either way.
Yeah, it definitely can go either way at this point, because honestly, this whole arc has been so unpredictable with how Kato is. You know what? It's like that for literally every chapter of this series. So
it is.
But particularly this arc has been very, has been full of just plot twists that you weren't expecting to happen. So,
oh yeah,
and I think there's it's building up to this big plot twist that's gonna happen in the next couple of chapters. So I'm not sure when arc is ending in particular. I think it might be in the next chapter or the chapter after this one.
I think 2 or 3 chapters.
2 or 3 chapters. 2 or 3. It's a pretty long arc, but that's, you know what? It's fine, because these are answers that we have been asking for years.
The whole series has been building up to this.
Exactly. This is the halfway point of the manga, in my opinion. I think this is
Yeah, definitely. I think one of the things is, even if Goro is the dad, and everything,
yes,
I still get, no matter what way, I don't get the vibe that Yuri falls for Satan. I just do not get that feeling. And that's it's like, I hate being the pessimist about that. It's just, I don't get this vibe that she's going to actually fall for him.
Oh, yeah, I mean, to be honest, I think Kato wants to take it she's already taking it in a completely different direction than the anime went in.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's going to be one of the things, is that Yuri's not going to fall in love with him. She's going to feel sorry for him and have empathy for him. Or, well, yeah. Just, she's...
Yeah.
She's gonna... Yeah, basically what I just said. But,
I don't feel like it'd be considered a tragedy if it was the case of her falling in love with Satan and everything. I mean, it could still be tragic, but not in the way it's being painted. The story's being kind of presented.
Well, do they even know what Satan is at this point? Does anyone know?
Mm-mm. They do not.
Wow. So they know all the other kinds of demons and stuff, but not Satan. And why is the Order... The Order's there to fight demons, but they don't know who's in charge of the demons.
The demons don't even know. They just know they can just get that feeling that it's like he's the embodiment of, Gehenna and everything. I think that is something that changes the story for the better from the filler. The big problem with the filler is the fact of there's no build up. It doesn't make sense. Why would this thousands of year old demon all of a sudden have feelings and caring for some random girl? The fact that he's new and never had consciousness is what makes all the difference in, even if it is actually a love story, fixes that plot point to why from why it was so bad in the anime.
Yeah, exactly. I totally agree on that. It makes a lot more sense here because knowing this now, the fact that we've been fed this information before this arc even began of like, the how things have been, like basically, this whole thing, the whole reason why the asylum exists is because of Lucifer. So Lucifer, didn't exist in the anime. So,
oh yeah, it's true. Forget about.
Yeah.
I'm sure I've blurred out the filler from my mind.
No.
It's like a bad dream. I've completely forgotten most of it.
Oh my god, yeah. Same here. So actually, let's talk about Lucifer for a minute. So the chapter begins with him like, so Shemihaza is, one of the members of the Grigori, so, she's having a conversation with Lucifer, and Lucifer's just like, I need a new body! I need one that works! And Shemihaza's just like, no, that's against the laws of nature.
Not like the cloning was against the laws of nature to begin with, but
yeah. But like, I'm curious as to what makes Lucifer so fascinated with Asya in general. Because I don't think it's ever explained.
I don't know. Anybody have any thoughts?
I'm trying to see what I remember. Chapter.
I think it's about the potential versus Gehenna. I think the potential for everything to be good and bright versus the darkness that is Gehenna, where they come from. He wants something more than what is just the normal, air quotations, normal life that he lived in Gehenna before trying to come to the natural world.
Yeah, that's a good point.
That is a good point. Honestly.
Yeah.
I remember, is it Gehenna where their senses are kind of dulled and they don't have a lot of as Asya, so that's why they want to be in Asya so bad, or
they don't have what?
Like it's like they kind of what they have in Asya they don't have in Gehenna, so is it like they're become back to a consciousness if they're in Gehenna?
So what you're saying is they don't have much of a consciousness because they're in Gehenna?
The difference, like why they want to be and Asya so bad
Yeah.
because they don't want to regress in any sense.
That's a
Yeah.
good point, because that's a good point, because then Mephisto, it's like, had mentioned the whole thing. It's like how long it took Satan to possess the body. It's like talking about how it took for them when they manifested and stuff. It's like, we could have been like that. We don't really remember because it's been so long, but it could have started out like that, where it's like little things here and there slowly possessing a body throughout years and years and years, which is like a second for them versus for a human, it's a lifetime.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's a good point. And especially because like they've lived for thousands of years, but I don't think they've actually like lived. Like, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, they don't. You can see it's almost sad because you can see their disconnect from humanity.
Because, they refer to Asya as a material world.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why they're able to possess.
Concept.
Yeah.
Is what they are.
Mm-hmm.
They're basically. I'm not convinced that demons in Blue Exorcist. It's like I think we discussed this last time.
Mm-hmm.
I think everything's just classified as demons that has to do with spiritual or supernatural type things, when in reality, it's like it's spirits like ghosts, and it's like, or gods and stuff like that,
Yeah.
Deities and everything. It's like, and I'm more and more convinced that because it's like she chose to call them concepts. And
right.
It seems like they came into it's like existence through the minds of humans almost.
It's neat to think about.
Yeah.
Which almost created this other world. I don't know why all of a sudden I'm thinking of Stranger Things, but like the Upside Down.
I mean, I haven't actually watched Stranger Things, and I really need to get on that, but
Oh, it's good.
Yeah.
But I don't know why that just came to mind, because it's upside down. It's the opposite. Basically. It's not
things don't have form
and stuff. Yeah. And the things don't work the same way they do in like our world. It's like, and Kato literally described it as being two mirrors. The worlds basically mirror each other, but
Yeah. So, yeah. Also, just like one of the other things is that we see a Maimon possessing his current host body, which is a clone of Mephisto, apparently. So that's why they look alike.
It makes sense.
Yeah, it's not because they're related, guys. None of the demon things are related by blood.
This is more and more. It's like, this basically is confirming my stuff on the whole fact it works like Greek gods and stuff. It's basically, it's like they're not blood related.
No. Yeah, they are definitely not blood related. God.
Is that why they give each other a name like brothers and stuff, just because the host body is related in conjunction?
I think it's because of ranking.
Yeah.
To differentiate themselves from minor demons.
I think it's just, I think it's just more of a
status.
A status, yeah. Just like sort of like a status to call one of their just like to call someone that's like in the same ranking as them in the hierarchy. So
yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what it is.
So do they just call Satan Father because he's the highest rank?
I think that's probably why.
Because he's basically that, and he's like the essence of Gehenna.
So yeah. So I mean, obviously he is Rin's father by blood, but
yes, Rin's, but not
Rin and Yukio's. Sorry, but not.
Rin
I don't think Mephisto or Maimon are like. That's not. I don't.
They're not biologically related. They come from the. Since he's the essence, it's like he's the thing where all concepts come from.
Yeah.
basically.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah, that makes sense. I hope it does to everyone else, but it makes sense to me.
I'll eventually write down my.
Hmm?
Go ahead. You're saying?
No, it all makes sense. Just because the creator and the createes, it's all relative.
Yeah. Yes, exactly. Blue Star, you were saying something as well?
So probably since he's out probably afterwards, they probably just dubbed him Satan because that was a parallel to what Satan had to be a concept before he showed up.
Mm-hmm.
That's true.
Bestowed the name onto him so he could be called anything anyone wanted, but they chose that because they're like, well, we're gonna go and buy the Bible here, so we'll give him the worst title.
Right, that makes sense, and especially with what happened and stuff. It's like he's definitely is like the essence of all of Gehenna, but it's like he's never manifested himself before, so he's like a baby.
Yeah.
Or like a little kid / teenager that's never felt anything.
Oh, yeah.
Is what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's interesting that she went with that because I wasn't expecting it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, they probably attached that to him because it's like all the concepts seem to come from something.
Yeah.
And I think it's like I hate that I'm associating Percy Jackson with this so badly.
Oh.
Because I'm doing it again, but I'm remembering it's like that, and I'm also thinking of Noragami right now. Basically, okay, how the gods exist in Noragami is how many people believe in them and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Which makes them more powerful.
Yes.
Everyone, even if they don't know what Satan is per se, like as a demon that's never manifested, everyone knows what Satan is. So it makes him really powerful because people always believe in that and believe it. So it makes him like the ultimate because of that when it comes down to it, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I get that.
If that's how concepts work.
Right. You also think about Satan in the same terms as all the other demons, because as of the current moment, the majority of all of the demons thus far have been, in some way, shape, or form, been relatively good, in the sense that they're not trying to destroy the world that they're trying to assign. So when it comes to Satan, everybody sees him as bad, evil, but in actuality, the way Kato is portraying him, because he's never materialized before, so he's very new and very baby-like and whatnot. So he's going through that phase of like exploring and trying to figure everything out and know what's what. So he doesn't know right and wrong, good and evil, that sort of thing. So he also
Yes.
he also
Yeah.
not evil either.
Awesome.
Good point.
Yeah.
Good point.
That
Very
is
good
those
point.
are some really good points there. So yeah,
It's
yeah,
go ahead.
No, you go.
I was just saying it's interesting how she keeps up with the gray morality thing.
Yeah.
Because you realize as you go on, it's like really neither side is evil. The demons aren't evil, they just want to exist.
Well, Satan is evil.
Yeah, well he's evil.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, at this point he's not evil.
Mm-hmm.
At this point,
but there's probably a point in time where he becomes there's something that probably snags him. Makes him
snap.
Yeah, makes him snap to become evil.
Yeah, and even then, I wonder if he's fully considered evil, or if it's kind of like with Noragami, where the saying is, whatever a god does is right, because they live by different rules than humans.
Mm-hmm.
So even then, by our perspective, obviously he's evil, but since he's technically in a way a god, he doesn't live by the same standards as a human. God, that's a mix of Noragami and freaking Percy Jackson I'm going off of right now.
Okay, I understand both points. Anyway.
Yeah. Also, I'm looking at the panel, or the page actually, where we see that Satan is possessing Goro, and Rin recognizes him right away.
Oh.
Yeah. So.
Early eyes.
Yeah. I mean, it's so crazy that this, Satan made such an impression on him the first time, obviously, that it's burnt into his mind that, like, he recognizes it from the eyes alone.
Rin's having, this is like the second PTSD moment Rin's had.
Mm-hmm.
He had one during Volume 10, I can't remember the exact chapter, when Mephisto showed him, kind of teleported him into kind of Gehenna, and it showed those little things that were in the Gehenna gate. Rin started having, a full-on freak-out PTSD moment there, too. This is his second one he's had.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's pretty telling how badly that all scarred him.
I know, it's honestly, it makes me kind of, obviously, I love Rin so much, but, he's my absolute favorite character, but, I just, every time that he feels, upset, or he's, going through some PTSD, it's just I want to run up and give him a big hug.
Yeah, I feel bad for him.
Yeah. Just, everything's gonna be okay.
I get that. It's the other thing, I think when those scenes happen is the fact that Kato's able to portray that the way she does. It's really well done, because it's just she never skips out on making sure you know how big, it's no matter how much time has passed, how big and how much that affected Rin when that happened.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
things that
definitely.
Yukio will never well, I don't know. I was going to say Yukio can never understand completely, but he's kind of got Satan in his eye, so,
Right.
He may understand soon enough some of the horrors.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well. It's also, the time that, that whole thing with Yuri and Shiro went down, and the time that they skipped 9 years ahead into the future, so Yuri and Shiro are already fully grown adults.
She's 23 now at that point.
25.
25.
25, right?
Yeah, she was 16 when she kissed him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and he was nope. And now, Yuri's just look, let's just be friends. It's fine. And then they're friends now.
It still seems like she definitely has lingering feelings for him all those years.
Oh yeah, she definitely does. So...
No, I can't do this. Shiro's not coming. No. Blah, blah, blah. It's Yuri.
Oh yeah. Rick invites her out for drinks, and she's no, I'm not going because Shiro's not going. And I'm just girl, we know why you're not going.
Rick knows why you're not going. You can tell instantly.
Yeah.
His reaction seems kind of Yuri. He's not worth it.
Also gotta love Mephisto, because Rin immediately asked me, so, what about Mom and Dad? And he's oh, you're worried about those two. Yeah.
Wow, you're really interested in this. Rin's not that I want to see it and all.
Yeah.
I love how he's full on, he's just oh, it's I want to know, but I don't want to know what happens. It's I don't want to see anything that you're going to show me dirty again, Mephisto. Thanks.
Oh, God. Right. We're talking about the last chapter. Oh, God.
Goodness.
Yeah. Yes. But, Yeah, I mean, looking at this now, it's not. This wasn't really the. This was a pretty short chapter.
It's like lengthwise, it's long, but it's more of the events that happen. It seems it's like there's like about 4 to 5, I think, specific key points in it.
Yeah.
You learn a bit more about Yuri. There's the Shemi Haza thing, which, me and my subjects on stuff like that, but.
Oh, yeah. And then there was like, they were trying to figure out what to do with Goro.
Yeah, trying to figure out what to do with Goro.
Yeah. And there's the meeting
whole...
with Drac and some other people. I'm trying to remember.
It's one of those things.
Drac
It's like
and I don't know who else. Mephisto.
It's hard to go in order and talk about each subject because you kind of.
Yeah.
You also light, anger, and I think this is I think they're downplaying it just a little bit, the importance of light in this chapter, because once Goro comes about, and if you read a couple of pages before that, when Light was running a body, and he was talking about how someone new got possessed, and he's like, I'm gonna be the next one. He's like,
oh yeah.
He's like, I'm not the next one. They did it for just that one panel, and they haven't touched it since. And I think that's really important to note, because where they left off at before jumping back in time with Light and that new order of people and everything else. Yeah, I think this could be a point in his mindset as far as his feelings towards the cross and everybody.
Yeah.
Good point, because it's like Lucifer was like, oh, like, I want to be the light and everything like that. It's like, and he was expecting to get his body. It probably plays into why he's now trying to get a body for both him and Satan.
Oh, yeah. Definitely.
Some point, he seemed to align himself with Satan. For some reason. Maybe he thinks that's the key to finding himself the perfect body.
Satan's Goro or something was healing a lot faster or something. He's like, oh, I need that healing ability or something like that.
Maybe Satan's able to. Satan was able to possess that body over the course of 9 years and strengthen it slowly. What if Lucifer's goal is to get Satan to keep trying to possess a body to give it strength and stuff, and then he's going to take it?
Oh, yeah.
Probably why.
It's kind of concerning that Satan's kind of in Yukio's eye right now. Because I know Satan wants Rin's body, though. That's what's really horrifying, knowing now that he's able to possess someone like that.
Yeah.
And just kind of sit there idle and not doing anything for years on end.
Is that what he did to Yuri?
I don't know.
What if Satan's doing the whole lengthy short-term possession thing with Yukio?
His body.
Yep. And strengthening the body. And that's what Yukio's going through right now.
Oh, frick.
Oh,
that makes sense. Even though he said he wants Rin's body, I don't know. I have a feeling Yukio's going to be the anime. The filler did do that. He took Yukio's body.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He took Yukio instead of Rin, and I'm starting to think this is playing. Oh God.
Oh no.
I've seen a few theories thinking that when Yuri gets pregnant, there's some theories that Yukio is actually a clone.
Oh my God.
I'm not kidding you. But
I
might
don't
not actually be from Satan himself, but a clone that was putting her to. I've seen some stuff on the forums where people mention something like that. I'm like, that goes a bit far into theory. If it's like, but if something like that happens, at least someone caught it, I guess. I'm not going to deny a theory because it's like, it's all for fun anyways.
Right.
But I just thought I'd point it out because it was interesting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Huh.
I feel like the anime, like Kato gave the anime like producers and stuff like that, like just footnotes and what she's doing, but she hasn't got there yet. So she's like, here are some key points. Do what you want with these, and then the anime did it, and that's how we got a lot of the parallel kind of stories. And then she also probably takes some reference
Oh yeah.
and goes back to it.
Except Kato's doing it better.
Oh, definitely.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Cause oh god, the anime filler arc. Yeah.
Not many details. She's like, yeah, Yuri looks like this. She gets pregnant, and then like gives like all these just little footnotes, and they're like, okay, let's do this.
Well, yeah. I mean, I've tried really hard not to compare the filler arc to what's going on right now in this arc. But honestly, you know, it's kind of hard not to.
Oh, it's impossible not to.
Yeah, it's just like, because, you know, if you've watched the anime and you've seen like those episodes, then you know, it's, you know, and like reading the manga now with the canon, the actual canon backstory to how the twins were born. It's just
it's amazing.
Yeah, it's like, wow, this could have, you know, this makes a lot more sense now than it did like in the anime, when, you know, we got you know, we got the asshole grandpa. So yeah,
I think the funniest part about all of it is, I thought I hated that whole concept of what the filler did. No, it's not that I hate the concept of possibly Yuri falling for Satan and stuff. It's I hate the way it's executed. It's not that any of those plot points are necessarily bad. It's just it's so badly done that they just didn't know what they were doing. It's a good example of this is how you do something like this, and you write it good versus writing it bad. It's just a perfect example of someone can have the same concepts, and it's all depends on your execution of the story.
Oh yeah, yeah.
It's all rushed because Kano is putting thought and time and extreme effort into true character development and making them as real as possible. And
Yeah.
Trying to cram everything all into 26 episodes. You know, you shorthand a lot of things, and then comes what it turned out to be.
Definitely.
Oh yeah.
It's amazing. It's like I'll give them props for trying. I will give them that, because there's only so much they could work with.
Volumes, that's nothing.
I just think the sad part, the really bad part where the anime went wrong, and I'm just gonna put it out there, it's like, because it's like, as much as I hate the filler wouldn't have been so bad if they did not leave it off on a, and this is the end of the story, there's nothing after this.
Oh yeah.
Because they gave it a very finalized filler ending, like it was the end of Blue Exorcist, and that's the biggest issue of what they did.
Oh yeah, exactly. They made it seem like, okay, this is how the story is gonna end, and we have no intention to continue it after this point. And
season 2 just pops up.
Which is probably why it confused so many anime onlys, because it's like they just think it's done. Not to bring SAO into this, first season of SAO did kind of give that vibe too. I'm only saying that because it's like I like SAO and stuff, but I know not.
Well,
there's a lot of people that
here's
don't.
the thing about the first season of SAO, though. It was following the light novels to a T. Basically.
I know, but I'm saying when
they made it. Yeah, go ahead. Like they ended it so that way it opened up a possibility of there being a season 2. The season 1 of Blue Exorcist, and some people may disagree with me on this, like the ending, the final, you know, few minutes of that episode makes it seem like, okay, we're not gonna continue after this. This will be the end.
No, I definitely agree.
Yeah.
Although what I'm saying is, when I first watched SAO, it gave a kind of. I thought there was no more books that it was based off of and stuff. I just thought that was the ending of it. So
Okay.
I didn't think there was any more of SAO. I thought it was like, all right, this is the story. That was a good ending for the series, type thing.
Okay.
Just like, all right, that's the end.
All right, now I understand what you're saying. So.
Yeah, that's the same vibe Blue Exorcist gives off. The fact, and that's why no one looks for more after watching it.
Right. Yeah.
Because they think, this is it. All right, I've watched. This is all the story. And that's why so many people miss out, because it's the worst type of filler ending you can do, because it gives you this feeling of finalization.
Yeah.
And I think that's why we've gotten to the point where we're, like, the series is, people know of it, but it's so obscure to the fact of, it's so obscure in the fact of reading the manga and all that stuff, because these people, they just don't look for more.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it doesn't leave them the feeling of wanting more, because they just like, oh, Satan's still out there, but hey, like, this problem's solved.
Right.
Oh yeah. Exactly. Like, it's, the anime only arc sucks. That's basically the bottom line.
I hate the second season doesn't give anyone really a filler cap, or not a filler cap.
Yeah. I think
Nor this and that. Just watch this part. Now let's start over.
I mean, I think that's probably because they, of the animation studio and how much of a budget they're given for a certain amount of episodes. And they're given it costs more to do more episodes with, the consistent quality of animation.
Mm-hmm. And
But if they did more episodes, then the animation quality wouldn't have been as good. Like, season two had really good animation for the budget that they were given.
Yeah, the coloring was awesome too.
Yeah.
I think
compared to the first season. So
I think the thing is, the reason they did start off season 2 the way they did, it was kind of like a special love. It's like a love letter to the fans of the manga more than anything else. That's what it was. Even though it was also there to get anime fans back into the series, it was mostly there to be like, we haven't forgot you. We still care, and we're giving you something. We're fixing what we screwed up, and this is for you guys.
Mm-hmm.
Is what it feels like.
Oh yeah, exactly.
I really want my school arc real bad.
Oh, 7 mysteries of True Cross. Yes.
I will die if I get the Rinshi dance. Thanks.
Same. Okay. So going back to the chapter, because we derailed a little bit.
We did, but at least it was relevant.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly, but still. We're here to talk about chapters. Okay, so Mephisto says something interesting. What is it? Hold on. Oh, I don't think he said anything. But we're gonna talk about like Goro, because I would say that yes, there is a possibility that Shiro is still that he is Rin Yukio's dad. But Goro looks too much like Rin. So I can't.
Goro and Shiro, the same clones of each other?
Yeah, but Azazel looks somewhat different. I mean, he looks a little bit different.
Before Shiro got the glasses and stuff, and he cut his hair and stuff, him and Goro pretty much looked exactly the same.
Oh yeah, that actually. Yeah, actually, you could be right about that. Yeah, because he is wearing glasses and he has his hair cut, so he does look a little bit differently. But Goro just looks too much like, his hairstyle's too much like Rin's.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah. It's kind of crazy.
And kept it messy.
Just like, just when you think it could be Goro, it might be Shiro.
I think she's doing that to tease everybody and throw everybody off the Shiro theory. And then she's gonna bring it back around.
Ah, okay. Yeah, that's a good point there.
She does
Mhm.
I mean, she's
yeah. It's
She-
not me to do it.
yeah, she's just like dangling the in front of us right now.
Mhm.
It's just like, you know what? It could be either Shiro or Goro. But
She's purposely leaving it open.
But which one will it be? You won't know for like 2 or 3 more chapters.
Oh, that's the other thing. Shiro's been aging all these years, whereas it's like I know Goro's been aging too,
Mm-hmm.
but Goro might actually be younger than Shiro. Looks like he's possibly a little bit.
Huh.
Even though it showed them, but it's like it never specified how old the clones were there.
Mm-hmm.
And Shiro's got. It's like that's the thing. It's like we don't know what Goro looks like older.
Oh yeah. Maybe Goro is younger, but I don't know.
I don't know either. I'm just putting the idea out there. It's like that's.
Mm-hmm.
I consider my job to just throw out random things to make people think.
Mm-hmm.
To play into that theory, if Shiro might be the dad, body might like die or disappear one way or another. And since Satan is known, I guess, to sit on somebody, and in the
Mhm.
very beginning of the manga, Shiro has been holding back Satan the whole time.
Oh yeah.
Oh!
Oh.
Oh snap! Oh
Oh.
snap!
Oh.
Oh my gosh, you're so right. The fact that it's like, oh my god, the words. Okay, I've mentioned some of the stuff on this, but the wording has always been suspicious to me.
I
He's been
know.
withholding. It's like keeping Satan possessing him for the last 15 years. What happened before that? Why is it specifically the last
Okay.
15 years?
Okay, Blue Star brings up a very good point there. What happened? What made
Technically-
him
And when
resist him from possessing Satan?
Oh god. And when Shiro died, what if he just attached himself to Yukio?
Okay. That's wow. Well, okay, but here's the thing. Here's the thing though. Like, say Yukio's eyes don't do that. Don't like act up until the Kyoto arc.
No, they don't.
So
He's got some other stuff going on that's not just Satan.
oh yeah.
But Yukio wasn't even there when Shiro died.
No, he wasn't. It was written.
Satan probably just was sitting in Gehenna until.
Mhm.
Doesn't they say they usually possess weak-willed people? And Yukio's been just
Yukio's-
like
Oh,
festering.
oh yeah.
Yukio's weakness came during that arc.
Mm-hmm.
Oh god, that moment must have been when he kind of latched himself onto Yukio.
Oh my god, yeah. But yeah. Are you snapping your fingers?
Sorry.
No,
Not
that's okay.
I'm like I'm sorry. I'm like my brain's like running hour with this all right now.
But oh my god. Also, like, how does so I have a question for you guys. How do you think Satan found Yuri?
That I don't know.
Yeah.
I have no idea why she was special.
His Yuri senses were tingling, that's all I could say.
No, but like, okay, but like she was walking alone and then he just suddenly showed up.
I don't know.
Possible that Satan has a bit of foresight to the future. That or maybe he sensed something within Yuri that was prevalent and relevant enough to kind of investigate.
Oh.
Like he said something about her that was extremely important that should shine out above everybody else and everything else in the material world.
Oh yeah. That's good.
Good point.
Yeah.
Good point.
Mm-hmm.
We have the fact that it's like he also basically his only attachment to the world was her. It's like it's to add on to what you're saying.
Oh yeah, because he was around, through his flames since.
Yeah, since she was a kid,
he'd
been following her around everywhere. So it's like
Mm-hmm.
he probably has this natural sense of, it's like specifically figuring out where she is.
Oh yeah. Also, like, she didn't recognize who he was until he says her name. Like, she was like trying to get him off of her.
Mm-hmm.
Until that point. So.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
When she thought it was Shiro.
It's probably because of the blue flames. Oh yeah, she thought it was Shiro.
She did.
Yeah.
So obviously that means in canon his face still looks like Shiro.
Okay. Yes. Of course.
So hair and all that aside, even from that spot, it's like she thought it was Shiro.
Right.
The big difference between Goro and Shiro, specifically when it comes to, I know they have some obvious similarities with Rin.
Mm-hmm.
One big thing is Rin's eye shape is different because he has Yuri's eyes.
Oh yeah. Exactly. Like, oh yeah, he definitely does have her eyes.
And Yukio actually has more of Goro's and Shiro's eye shape.
Yeah. That makes sense.
Is one of the big differences there.
Mm-hmm. I think the way that they cover up the fact that Shiro may not be Rin and Yukio's father is because of his eye color.
Mm-hmm.
It's brown, so.
Rin's eye color in the first chapter was brown.
I thought it was blue. Or was that an anime only thing?
That was anime colors because the first color pages. It's like, I know this because it's like when she originally released chapter 1, the first like few pages of chapter 1 are actually colored, and Rin's eyes are actually brown.
Right.
And then I'm assuming in the manga his eye color actually changed after his powers awakened.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure if she's stuck with that, but that's how it was when she first started it.
Huh.
Because her first images, it's like I said, in chapter 1, Rin's eyes were brown in those few scenes. And then the color page she had released with that chapter and stuff that weren't like the pages, his eyes were blue.
I think that might just have been like an error of some
It was
sort.
either an error, it could have been either.
Yeah.
But they're just throwing that in there.
I mean, that I do like that concept that his eye color did change when he awakened his powers, but I mean that also doesn't explain how Yukio's eyes are blue as well.
Yeah.
Are they green, or was that something retconned, or was that just a big fan problem?
They're blue.
They're blue.
They're not
like
I don't want a bunch of images of green.
No, that was Shiami's eye color. That was like the big problem. Because people were trying to, because I think Kato originally had her eyes as blue, and then they turned to green.
Shiami's eyes were originally blue. It was lighter than both Rin and Yukio's.
Mm-hmm.
And then the anime did them green, and then if you notice her artwork it's like after the anime's created and stuff, she changed Shiami's eyes to green.
I mean, on the cover of Volume 3, she's also like her eyes are green, and that cover too.
They're blue.
Wait, what?
They're blue.
Hold on, let me look this up. I need to disprove your theory myself.
That's
I
fine.
don't have the manga volumes on me, so they're in.
It's
they're
like
near-
a bluish green. It's blue, but it has some greenish
They're-
color in it.
They're in my room, but hold on, let me
Yeah.
just.
I just grabbed my
Let me
volume.
pu-
and I
let me
looked at
pull this up. Okay, wait. Oh, come on. That's too tiny. Hold on. I need to see this. Oh. Well, I mean, okay, but, like, they're not, like...
Like I said, it's a light blue.
Yeah, but they're not they're not, like, totally blue. So... I don't think she intended them to be like that. Okay. I mean, it's just like, okay, I see.
Here you go.
Yeah. I mean, her eye color is different. Like, it's a darker green now, I think.
It's a dark green now. That's kind of like a bluish green. That's actually close to my eye color.
Oh. Cool.
So, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean...
It's that color. It's that color depending on what you're wearing. It's like that color is more of a, depending on what you're wearing, it looks either more blue or more green.
Right. Mm-hmm.
That's how my eyes work.
Mm-hmm.
Depending on what I'm wearing.
Right,
Like,
okay.
affects color.
Well, I mean, now they're green. But I definitely prefer to have green eyes rather than blue.
Yeah, if it's the earthly tone more.
What'd you say?
Mm-hmm.
Green's better. It reflects her plant nature better.
Oh yeah, definitely. I you know what? That's actually a good point. I just thought it complemented her color more, but yeah.
It's also nice to have a green-eyed character because you didn't really have one before that.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And my aesthetic because I like certain things. You know me.
Yes, I do. Also, like, I know how Rin's hair color kind of messed that up. His new one.
I'll live. I'll survive.
Well, I feel like this, actually, like, we haven't addressed Rin's hair color in a while, but yeah, it's definitely permanent.
Oh, okay. I mean, I'm a little disappointed just because I like black hair and blue eye combination a lot.
Oh yeah.
My preference, but I
mean, that might not be the case.
I mean, it could. There's still that like 5% chance it's not permanent, and that it could be like.
I feel like it will be like that when he has his sword unsheathed.
I definitely think no matter what, it will be when his sword is unsheathed. I feel like it'd be really, really smart for her to find that in between place where she gets the best of both worlds, where she can keep both.
Oh yeah.
But ultimately, it's up to her.
Mm-hmm.
And I respect whatever choice she decides to do, regardless.
Oh yeah.
Same.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything more to discuss on?
Also, I do like that the beginning of the chapter lists Satan as oh no, it's Goro. I thought it said Rinka, but I guess not. But they actually have a spoiler for like a panel in the chapter.
That's funny. Oh, I have things to discuss.
Okay, yes. Go ahead.
Because we didn't really get on the discussion of it because we were talking about all the other stuff.
Oh yeah.
Shemi Haza.
Oh yes. Well, I was gonna bring up Shemi Haza at one point.
Yeah.
I think her little part in the chapter confirms your theory, Grace, about her being a Nephilim. Because when they were talking about when Light was saying that, "Are you even human anymore?" She said that I gave up human feelings, whatever. I don't know.
Yeah, I gave up human emotion.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's like I abandoned human compassion when I took this position.
Oh yeah.
There it is.
Mm-hmm.
That's okay. Remember Mephisto's line at the beginning of that part? Rin's like, wait, why'd we go back? And it's like, oh, this is important.
Oh yeah.
And remember how I've been saying that this arc started, and I know that a lot of us have been saying it, but it's like I've been so convinced Rin's gonna find out what's up with Shiami and not realize he found out what's up with Shiami until he goes back to the future.
Mm-hmm.
Because he's gonna know. He's gonna get that information in the past, but he's Rin. He's not catching on yet.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like that whole thing, and that's concerning because the whole I abandoned human emotion and stuff. It's like compassion and stuff like that. It's like, oh god.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Definitely.
What is Shiami getting pulled into?
Right.
And I just got volume 20, like in English, so I was rereading stuff, and Shiami's like, "Oh, I'm not leaving or going away." It's like, well, wait a minute.
Mm-hmm.
What's gonna happen? But so okay.
Shiami might be next in line to accept the post, and it's just passed down from Shimi Hasaniflim and so on and so forth. And she might be the next one in line. That's what her mother probably told her.
Oh. Yeah. Yeah.
So that's why she's still around, but she's going to quit school because she no longer has the hope of becoming something because her paths have been laid before her, or at least that's what she believes. And brings him slowly and try to change things like he does.
Makes sense. Makes sense. I still get the feeling she's a little closer related, like directly related to Shemi Haza. Because the way Kato's presenting it and stuff. It's like, but I do think she's next in line for taking position. There's been a lot of things like she might be the body chosen for Shemi Haza to reincarnate in.
Oh, also, her name's Shami. That's not too far off from Shemi Haza.
Exactly. There's a lot that goes into it. I feel like Shiami specifically with that whole culty thing is in particularly really important. Mm-hmm. It's like they seem to pick someone important each time. But I feel like this is relevant to all the stuff that happens after Rin and all that junk.
Yeah.
Is what it's got to be relevant to. But they seem to pick someone special to represent Shemi Haza.
Right.
Got to feel for her character and that she's very serious and everything. That could be Shiami's mother.
Yeah, could be.
Or her grandmother.
Yeah. Shami Haza could also be doing the same thing the Satan was doing, and doing quick little possessions and building up the strength in Shiami.
Oh God.
Right.
Think about that.
Yeah.
Shiami is progressing so quickly, and especially when Rin had that mass breakout after his sword got broken and his heart came out. They produced that huge forest in such a quick amount of time that she could have gotten a little boost from Shimi Haza.
It's a good point.
Yeah, it's a really good point there. I agree. So many theories.
Oh, I've actually gotten to add to my theories, which is a problem. I've gotten worse.
Oh my God.
Save me. Like, I legit came up with more stuff to add to it.
What were you gonna say, Blue Star?
Or is there multiple who could take up the reins, but they just decided on her?
Oh my God, yeah.
Maybe so.
Well, did you see all those little mutant children in the previous couple of chapters ago?
Oh, yeah, they were here too again.
Yeah.
Okay, here's the thing, though.
Yes.
Shiami's not a part of the cult, and they specifically go to her. It's like she was specifically hidden away.
Oh, God, yeah.
So even though it seems to be ranks, I feel like it's like they are definitely all related and a part of this. Like relatives, obviously, if Shiami's related and everything.
Mm-hmm.
But I have a feeling that there's something specific that makes it where you become the one that it's like takes over for Shemihaza.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely. I also think maybe her grandmother may or may not have been Shemihaza or the had the position that they flash back to, but she was somehow connected to it all, and groomed and raised Shiami from when she was a baby to love plants and to set her on the path that she is on.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. That's a good point.
But yeah, I don't think Shiami's grandmother is scot free or anything. I think she has enough information, but it wasn't part of it.
Ooh.
Sorry.
It's okay.
That was. I better turn off notifications for something.
Oh, okay.
My phone's stupid. I didn't realize someone would be writing me.
Oh, okay.
I thought it was late at night, so no one would. I forgot. My friend lives in Australia.
Right. You told me about her.
So turning that off now. Okay.
That's okay. Don't worry about it.
This.
Don't worry about it.
Right.
But oh my god. I mean, Shami. We could talk about Shami theories all day because there's so many. But
yeah,
it's kind of crazy because I mean she hasn't even been in the past few chapters, and hasn't been like except for like the few times Rin's mentioned that his mom reminds him of Shami. She also reminds me of Shami too.
She's like Rin and Shiami combined into one person.
Shami hasn't really been mentioned, as in the chapter, but even though she hasn't been, there's still like you're still trying to piece all these things together that could be related to what she is. So
it's like Kato's left too many hints to where it makes it where she becomes relevant again without even being mentioned.
Right.
Because of the fact it's so clear that it connects back to her.
Yeah, exactly.
I love that. Those are my favorite types of things to theorize on because you don't even have to mention the character to know when they're relevant. That's good story writing, actually.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Exactly. like mention it and mention them by name.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Yeah.
I might have found something slightly important. Going back and reading through the Shihami-Haza section of the chapter here, I want to know her relationship with Lucifer. Because the way they portray it seems to be in much the same as a very loving and caring and nurturing setting. The ways that she kind of pleads with him about him letting go of material things. And the way that she reaches out to him and is overall having a good conversation with him, it seems to be in a caring setting more so than like either brother or sister or like from one person to another. I think it's more like a love kind of care.
Right.
It's interesting.
Yeah, I was thinking about that too. What exactly her relationship is to Lucifer. So, because we've talked about Lucifer and Shami's connection before, like if there is a connection anyway. But.
Yeah, I wonder. Blonde hair, blue eyes. It's like, but that probably comes from. But you know what? Actually, I'm gonna rephrase that. In the anime, for some reason, Shiami's mom's hair is brown.
Right. Is it blonde in the manga?
We don't know. We've never seen a color page of her.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That's right.
So as far as I'm concerned, until proven otherwise, all we know is that Shiami's mom possibly has brown hair. And Shiami's blonde.
Oh my god.
So the blonde probably comes from the Shemi Haza side, but we assume that comes from Shiami's mom.
Right? But, like, again, as we mentioned, we still don't know who Shiami's dad is.
Shiami's mom could also possibly not be her real mother.
That too.
This woman that's stuck taking care of her from the cult and all that stuff, but not actually her kid.
Right?
I had a few other theories that she could be more of a surrogate.
Oh, yeah.
I'm assuming since Shemi is crystallized, and we're assuming Shemi Haza's, and this chapter pretty much proves that actually. If the actual Shemi Haza, that's her representative basically. If Shemi Haza is crystallized at this point, and they took DNA to basically create a kid or clone, blah blah blah. I'm gonna say kid.
Right.
They need a surrogate, and if this is very, as you can see, culty this is.
Oh my god.
They'd probably make someone from the group have to carry the kid, which would also bring into Shiami's mother's resentment that I feel she has towards Shiami, and the fact that she doesn't act like a very good mom and like she actually cares that much.
That's a good point.
Right.
More of something she was forced into that she didn't want anything to do. She definitely cares now, but if it's the way it seems, it could be something she had no choice in.
Yeah.
And add insult to injury the fact that it's not even technically her daughter.
Oh my god, right. But I mean, she does love her like her own daughter.
Oh,
if
yeah.
That's the case.
She does. She definitely does. It's more of issues she definitely had in the beginning. And as you can see, she's definitely changing a lot. That's why I actually think when Shiami gets an arc, her mom's probably going to die.
Oh my god. That
I'm sorry.
I mean, that could be the case, honestly.
I had to be the person to say
But then
it
again,
because...
how many dead moms are there in this manga?
True, but we also don't have any dead main characters.
Oh god. I mean, yeah, not yet anyway. You know. That could change, because, you know, everyone's saying that Shiva might die at some point. Hello?
Any other thoughts?
Okay, good. I thought when someone else said I was worried if that was an echo. I wrote down little notes here.
Yeah, go ahead.
Podcast, none of us discussed, I guess, at least the Blue Exorcist movie going back to theaters for a little bit in Japan was neat.
What?
Last podcast we didn't discuss the movie replayed in theaters a little bit, so that gives some hope at least that there's still I guess.
Oh yeah. Well, we'll get to that once the chapter discussion's over. We still have.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. We don't want to derail too much, so. All right. So again, if anyone has any final thoughts on the chapter before we move on to discussing that.
Nope.
Yes.
You know, the demons have the heart outside of their body. The heart thing it's happened for a Maimon, so I wonder, like, who doesn't have.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Right, a Maimon's demon heart.
Yeah, but I think because he's manifest before, he knows how to hide it and whatnot. So I think it just kind of pops out when he first possesses somebody, but then as soon as he's over with, he's done possess somebody.
Yeah.
Pretty sure here.
Yeah.
You know what? Bringing up the heart. That's where I got my whole idea that Rin's hair might turn normal when he has his demon heart hidden again, and then when he uses the sword again, his hair turns the blue color again.
Right.
It was because of the thing when Maiman pulled his demon heart out, and then he grew the horns and stuff like that, and his arms changed and all that stuff. That's where that theory that I started was built upon. A Maiman's appearance changes when his heart's out.
Mm-hmm.
But when it's away, he looks completely normal.
Right.
I still think there's like I said, it's like a 5% chance that Rin, if he gets his heart put away and then he only uses it when he needs it and stuff like that, that it will change his hair back to normal for the most part. And I bet you get bigger in that form.
Right.
If that's what happens, because Maiman has those big, huge freaking horns and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
When he uses his sword and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I don't get the feeling it's gonna be 100% permanent.
Mm-hmm.
But there's one panel in this chapter that shows a Maimon, and he doesn't have his horns, and his heart is gone.
Right.
Mm. Oh, you're right. I see it.
Mm-hmm.
That kind of supports the whole theory then.
Yeah. Definitely it does.
The heart seems to have something to do with it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh my god.
I wonder what Mephisto looks like with his heart out.
Mm-hmm.
That sounds really weird. Oh god.
I know it does.
What does Mephisto look like?
It also shows the
Oh my
people
god.
of their demons and what they do with the hearts, because a Maimon, we don't necessarily understand besides Ren what each demon does with the hearts and whatnot, because Ren manifested it, materialized it into a weapon to use.
Oh yeah.
About everybody else who they have shown us far, and mostly Maimon in particular, is he doesn't weaponize it. You don't ever see it, but he does go full out, and you have to think, well, where does he hide it?
Right.
His hands and arms and his tail as his weapons, as his troop.
Yeah. Wow.
Good point.
Mm-hmm.
I want to see. Go ahead. Sorry.
King of Rot, why is his heart very lively and plant? Like, is what I didn't understand.
He is the demon of Earth.
Wait, not Rot. Sorry.
Yeah.
Nope,
Yeah, Maiman is the king of Earth, so it's like his flower. It's like plant. It's like growing and stuff.
Yep, sorry, I got them mixed up.
No, it's fine.
It's fine.
It happens.
Don't feel so bad about it.
I'm really curious what his heart would look like now.
Oh yeah. Same here.
I do have a note. Satan's demon heart looks very similar to Rin's.
Mm-hmm.
Well, to
Right.
be
In fact,
since Ren is the offspring of Satan himself. So.
yeah,
Yes, exactly.
definitely. Rin's is definitely smaller,
Mm-hmm.
like his demon heart, but that probably has to do with the fact that he is only. He's Nephilim. Rin is a Nephilim, so this is fun to actually say that word in reference to him, because the fact we have a word for what they're called now.
Oh yeah.
Rin is a Nephilim. Yeah. So,
Mm-hmm.
with being only part demon, all that,
Right.
but being directly related to a demon king, or
Mhm.
king of all demons,
Right.
that it's like you can see how powerful he is. He's kind of, it's like, like I said, it's like bring Percy Jackson back around, or Greek mythology in general,
Mm-hmm.
for an easy explanation, like what Hercules is basically,
Mm-hmm.
which is a demigod, which is basically you're mixed, it's like you're part god.
Mm-hmm.
So Rin
Right.
has power,
Right.
but not the full way Satan does, but he's still super powerful.
But which is why the rest of the demons call him little brother, because he's still more powerful than pretty much everybody else, but he still falls beneath the current ranking. Until he manifested his heart. So now that his heart is unlocked and he has full access to it, along with his demon powers, I wonder where they're gonna put him as far as ranking it goes, just because he was powerful enough as is, especially when he faced off against my mom.
Yeah.
Now that he's gonna have full control of his powers and everything else, where is that gonna fall behind? If he has control enough to stay himself when he goes to pull out, because showing him previous early on, he didn't have control of his powers, and so he was in very much risk of going out of control. Even with the limited powers he has, now full access, it makes you curious if he's going to start back to square one again.
Right.
Yeah, it's true. It's like, I wonder, since Rin's the son of Satan, how it brings up, it's like you're bringing up, it brings up the question, where does he rank now? Can he get more powerful than them because he's the son of Satan, who is the most powerful?
He's already more powerful than them.
Well, I mean, like Mephisto and the higher rankings, like Lucifer.
Right.
Is he going to end up more powerful? It's like,
he could already be more powerful.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
That's
the untapped potential too, because at the current moment he's only ever had control of blue flames and whatnot. But Satan is the essence of Gehenna, and he's pretty much created all the demons. So now that begs to the question. Well,
Right.
He has his full powers. What are the extent of his full powers? They would probably expand beyond just flames and fire. He might be able to control the essence of some things to a certain extent.
That's a good point.
Mm-hmm.
That is a very good point. It's like, and I think that's part of what Mephisto's gamble is. I think he wants Rin to take over Satan's position, so he has something he can control.
Yeah.
I thought that Mephisto wants to take over it himself, but I think he needs Rin.
I don't think either. Actually, I think Satan's trying to come over to the world. I think Mephisto's plan is to use Rin and his powers and whatnot to be able to steal off Gehenna and Sire from one another to keep Satan from coming over, whatever. So that way they can protect the world as is, because clearly something happened with Satan when he was with Dora to push him to be quote unquote evil.
Right.
True.
Yeah.
It's like that is
the thing. Keeping whole whatever that's letting out demons, and it grows bigger and bigger and bigger out there in the desert. So
right.
How they're gonna close it, and Ren's powers should probably be part of that, because
makes sense.
Yes.
It's like it definitely. It's like I've never. It's like I don't. It's like I used to think that maybe Mephisto's trying to be evil. When I say him taking over Gehenna and stuff, I think he'd be. It's like, since he's on the side of humans, and it's like, and that seems to be a genuine goal. Him having Rin become in charge of everything, and get rid of Satan, would work for him, because it'd be his way of reaching his goal, which he could watch anime forever, basically.
I mean, you're not wrong.
His ultimate goal: save the world so he can watch all the anime.
Oh my god.
But I don't think Mephisto wants Gehenna. I mean, the whole point of going to his side is because of how fresh and new everything is, and just the endless possibilities of the world itself. Gehenna.
Yeah.
I don't think he wants to necessarily rule Gehenna. I just think he doesn't want to have any interference from Gehenna anymore from him.
I think he wants balance.
Oh yeah. He definitely does.
Yep.
And part of that balance has to be finding a way to keep Gehenna under control and getting rid of Satan in a way. It's like, or at least basically getting rid of him is the best way to go about that.
Yeah.
Well, that's well, then the big question, because Satan's the essence of Gehenna. You get rid of the essence of Gehenna, and Gehenna stops being Gehenna.
That's a
True.
good point.
Demons stop one whatnot, and you lose that balance. I think he's trying to control enough, not get rid of Satan, but control enough of it to where it's not bleeding over so much as to destroy.
That makes sense.
Yeah. That does make sense.
That definitely makes sense.
Yeah. Okay, any other thoughts?
I'm ready for next chapter to kill me.
So overall, this chapter was really interesting. And I hate the dang cliffhanger because it just leaves off with Satan and Yuri just meeting each other officially for the first time, and it's like, what's gonna happen from here?
Oh, I have a thought.
Yes.
Yuri's really short.
Oh yeah, she is really short.
Satan's literally on his knees, and he's like almost reaching exactly up to her height.
Oh yeah, exactly.
And she's wearing heels.
Oh, that's right. Wait, hold on, let me check really quick. Oh yeah, that's right. She is wearing heels. Oh my god. Also, I just want to take the time to appreciate Yuri's expressions because she's so expressive and it's so cute.
She is. I love her so much. Oh,
yeah.
I have one other thought. It's a pity that Sarita wasn't here because she had so many jokes to share with us tonight.
Oh my god. I'm so sad that she's not here for this.
I will not tell her jokes. She can save them for the next podcast, and I'm sure she will love to tell everyone what I had to sit there and my poor virgin eyes have to see.
Was this what we talked about in our channel?
Yes.
Oh my god.
I know she was gonna drop jokes. Come on, we all know.
Oh god. Serena, we miss you. Come back. I mean, she was actually going to be here tonight, but something came up, so
it's understandable.
Yeah. Anyway, I think we're all done with talking about the chapter. So
I think we are.
Yeah. So Blue Star, you had something to say about the movie.
Oh, I just it came back into theaters, and I don't see any relation to any event or anything other than hey, it's back in theaters. So me and a bunch of I remember other people on Twitter being like, hey, does this mean season 3? I hope so.
I mean, it could, but honestly, I don't know.
I think it's more of a gauge as to see how much of an audience is still out there.
Yeah, and I mean, it's only in Japan that they're doing this, not anywhere else. So.
Well, that's the main audience they're going for.
Yeah, exactly. But it does help to see that there's demand in the West for season 3.
Mm-hmm.
Because look how successful My Hero Academia is.
That's true.
I saw the movie last weekend. Not this past weekend, but the weekend before. The reason why... Okay, well, there was additional shows added, and the reason why that is because all the other shows sold out, and it made like $3-point-something million in the box office. Yeah. And that's crazy for an anime movie, for like that. And it's really and the thing is, it shows that there is demand in the West for more content, and we're getting a season 4 for My Hero Academia. Unfortunately, Blue Exorcist doesn't have the same success, which is kind of a
The anime
shame.
filler.
What?
I blame the anime filler.
Yeah, that's probably why. I think the one drawback was that I think if they had made the anime a few years later than they originally did, and they didn't have a filler arc and they had the Kyoto arc, I think things would have turned out a lot different and it would have been a lot more successful.
It's still.
I feel like if they pushed new marketing for Blue Exorcist and kind of start putting the name back out there again, especially on the Kyoto arc, I think it would draw more attention. Just because I didn't even know about the Kyoto arc until Grace mentioned it to me and told me about it, because I thought that the filler arc was the end of it. Like, oh man, I don't get to see it anymore.
Right. I mean, the thing is that there was a really big gap of time between the first season and the second season of the anime, because there weren't enough chapters out at the time for them to do the Kyoto arc and finish it in the anime. So that's why they had the filler arc. Actually, to be perfectly honest, yeah.
Well, they start out the first season from the first episode showing, the grandpa getting burned and all that stuff. They had every intention when they made that season to end it with that filler before.
Yeah,
it wasn't.
But that was before the filler arc ended.
No, but I'm saying they were setting up the filler from the beginning of them starting season 1.
I mean the Kyoto arc. Sorry, that's what I meant.
Oh, well, I'm talking about season 1.
Yeah, but like at the time that season 1 was in production, I think that was when the Kyoto arc first started. So there wasn't even that much material to work with.
They would have been better off with the first anime if they just would have done it's like what they did with Kyoto arc, where they did a 12-episode anime. In all honesty,
I mean, they could have done like a 2-core, like did 12 episodes and came back for another 12 episodes after like a gap of time. It unfortunately didn't work out like that. Thank you, but it is. I mean, I guess there could be potential for a season 3, but like at the same time, I really don't think that there's gonna be much of a demand for it here. I know it's sort of semi-popular in Japan, but I don't think
it's pretty darn popular there.
But if My Hero Academia's success is big worldwide and it's getting a season 4 after consistently having a season every year, and that's because of not only the fact that it is popular in Japan, it's popular all over the world. I doubt that the same thing would happen with Blue Exorcist, and it's sad. It's really sad because I feel like this story is getting really good. It's so just the world building and characters and art. Oh, it's just so good, and I would love to see this animated, all these chapters that we're getting. I'd love to see that, but I don't know if we'll ever get that.
I need to see the whole part with Shiemi when Rin. This is terrible that I want to see this part animated when Rin's burnt to a crisp and she thinks he's dead, and when she's reaching.
Oh my god!
Her hand shaking. I'd be bawling my eyes out. I was bawling my eyes out.
Yeah, no, I would be doing the same thing.
Seeing that animated, because they're gonna add more to it.
Right? Yeah.
You're gonna see her facial expression and everything, because Kato can only add so much. Seeing that animated would be like.
Yeah, because
I think I might actually die.
Because when you're just showing off a manga, you're only seeing like a single frame of their expressions or what they're doing, You know, you don't actually see that in action. You just see like just snippets of it.
Yeah, and Kato's amazing with how she does it. She's able to, with those few panels, evoke so much emotion out of you.
Right.
But seeing it animated would be a true blessing.
Oh my god, yeah.
Okay, we do have Jump Festa coming up.
Yes.
If we're gonna get on this discussion, we just had the 10th anniversary calendar come out. I'm sorry. I'm thinking about my calendar, but the cat did do it again.
Oh no.
Frick that.
Okay.
Evil cat. Okay. Anyways, that aside, 2019 calendar, which is a 10th anniversary calendar. So Kato's working on this stuff. She's returned to Twitter. She has staff helping her for advertisements. I'm just letting you. A big part of why she came back is because they wanted to keep up with the advertising and stuff.
So you think there's going to be like an anime thing for the 10th anniversary?
That's where I'm getting at. Jump Fest is coming up, and then the 10th anniversary is in April.
April 4th, 2019, if I'm correct. Yeah.
Yep, so the anniversary is coming up. We have a few months. It's like we have a good bit. I don't think we're going to get a season next year. I think what
It'll
we
probably
can hope
be in
for
2020.
What we can hope for is an announcement.
Or another movie.
Or another movie, which could cover. I would love to have a movie that covers some parts of the series.
Yeah, I mean.
Or an original story too.
I mean, okay. I mean, the Illuminati arc did get a stage play, so that's kind of promising.
That is. The only problem is the movie wouldn't be able to fit all of that enough.
Right, but it doesn't have to be a movie. It could be like another season.
Oh yeah, a season. Yes, definitely for season. Okay, if you're talking about that.
No. I mean, I would be fine if they did an original story for a movie idea. Like, I'd be fine with that as long as it's more animated Blue Exorcist content, because the Blue Exorcist movie was really good.
It was.
Yeah.
The most detailed thing I've seen in a long time.
It was a really heartwarming, sad story. So.
How many years after the first season of Blue Exorcist did they make the movie?
They released in 2012, so it was like about a year and a half after the season aired.
Okay.
The first season
aired,
so.
That sounds about right.
Like December 2012.
Okay.
Yeah.
That sounds about right. The timing's coming up. I'm getting the impression.
I mean, it's going to be almost 2 years since Kyoto Saga aired. It's been 2 years since the announcement, which is hard to believe for me.
But I was going to say...
because I remember that whole time when everyone on Twitter was freaking out about the countdown clock, and then we saw the season 2 poster leak, and we just all lost we lost our shit.
Oh my gosh, I will never forget that moment.
I know.
We're all sitting there, screenshot it. It's like, my timer's not working fast enough. It's like, oh no, it's not.
I remember Momo made that video. My dick hurts. Do you remember that?
Yes, Momo.
Oh my god! Shout out to Momo, Zoo Exorcist.
Shout out to Momo.
They're great.
Yes. But the timing feels about right. Doing an original movie might be a good way to bring in more interest again, and then do another season. Maybe if we're lucky, this would be it'd be great to get a movie announcement and a season announcement.
Right.
Because 10th anniversary would be that time that you'd want to do something super special.
Oh my god, yeah. I don't want to get too optimistic. I'm like cautiously optimistic that something special might happen for the 10th anniversary. But I mean, you never know.
I should let you guys know, and Faucets and Rainbows did confirm what I said. Remember what I mentioned in the group? It's like the group chat about, I think we're getting a color page and a clear file next month.
Oh, are we?
She confirmed. Yes, we are. I did. I did interpret what it was translating properly. So
Isn't volume 22 coming out next month?
yes, it is. It'll be coming out the same day as Jump Square comes out. So we have two exciting things coming up. Magazines are always good time especially when you get advertisements. Blue Exorcist does not get I'm not sure if they get the color page and the cover, but it is getting the cover of Jump.
Yeah.
So with
Jump-
that,
Wait, Jump or Jump Square?
Jump Square.
Oh. I thought
we're
it was like
lucky-
Shonen Jump.
I would love if Viz decides to put it on the cover, but who knows?
I mean, they usually don't put on the Jump Square covers
They do sometimes.
like at the same time as the Jump Square cover comes out. I mean, sometimes
No.
they do, sometimes.
They do it usually on the next
Or the
page.
color page.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyways, usually the biggest time if you're gonna hope for an advertisement for Blue Exorcist, you're gonna want it to be when they get the cover.
I just want Kazue Kato to come to another US con.
I do get the feeling this would be too soon for any announcement, so I'm pretty sure the the cover correlates with the new volume.
I just like, hey Viz, can you bring Kato Sensei to New York City, please? Because I can't afford to travel to Los Angeles.
Right.
If she was a guest at Anime Expo 2 years ago, so
Yeah.
just saying.
Never if she went to Comic-Con, because then that'd be a chance, and that would really suck.
I mean, New York Comic Con just ended, so it would have to be like Anime NYC or something like that.
But yeah, that one's a good Comic-Con to go to, but I'm saying, like, it'd be really bad if she got San Diego Comic-Con.
Oh, yeah. I know Horikoshi was at San Diego Comic Con.
Oh yeah, he was.
Yeah.
What I'm thinking, if we get any announcement, it'll have to be after Jump Festa,
Yes.
or after you get past April.
Mm-hmm.
We have to wait for them to be anything suspicious going on. I don't think they do a countdown again.
Oh, no, I don't think so either. I think that was a one-time only thing.
It'd be too suspicious, and we'd know what's up
Yeah.
at this point. They're gonna have to just drop it, and we're gonna die
Oh, my God.
at this point.
Yeah.
Probably
No.
drop it at a convention in Japan or something like that, or
Well,
those.
Jump Festa, maybe.
Kato will be there.
She's there, or is she always there?
She always goes. I do know that because it's like, all right, she ends up going to Jump Festa pretty much.
But still,
time.
she'll be there.
So it's like if they were to announce something when she's there, would probably be best.
Right.
And we have butterflies is ain't good because I don't want to be disappointed.
Oh, my God.
Oh yeah, try not to get too disappointed. I'm just putting out it's like ideas based on stuff I know
Oh
that
my
is
God,
going
yeah.
on
Mm-hmm.
that could make the perfect opportunity to set this up and would explain why they did not just go straight into season 2.
Oh, my God, yeah. Yeah.
Also, that means we could get a 2 core instead of 1.
I hope so.
Yeah, please, it needs it. I can't deal with another 12 episodes.
Speaking of, this is unrelated, but SAO season 3 is 4 core.
What?
Yeah.
Very long.
Yes. I'm sorry. I'm done.
Yeah, they're airing. SAO season 3 is airing until September of next year, so it's kind of crazy.
I'm sorry. I'm way too giddy right now about that.
Yeah.
Say it's
So-
the best arc too.
I actually haven't, I tried to avoid spoilers for this particular arc, but that's for a different discussion. Anyway, so I guess that's it.
I think so.
All right. So that was it for tonight, guys. Thank you guys so much for listening or watching or whatever. Make sure to hit the subscribe button and follow us on Twitter at SquadCast and our individual Twitters handles will be listed down below, as well as our Twitter and Tumblr. And yeah, I don't have anything to promote right now besides my Twitch channel, but you could find that on my Twitter. And Grace is doing Renchi Sunday on her well, all over.
Everywhere, every account of mine.
Yeah.
You'll see the advertisement if you follow me on a account of mine.
Yeah. So I think that's the only promos we have. If Serena was here, I think she had something to promote, but she's not. So, all right. So thank you guys so much for watching, listening. We will see you next month. Good night. Bye. Bye.